Hello, City fans. It is Connor here. Hope you're all doing fantastically well. Hope you all enjoyed that win as well. Man City running out 3-0 winners over West Ham United. A comprehensive win. Probably the most difficult game I've seen City play in a long time, though. And that's credit to West Ham, really. I thought City struggled a little bit to conjure anything. I was listening to a lot of the halftime analysis. David James was on there speaking to a lot of the City presenters and the City pundits, and he thought West Ham were doing pretty well, and I think they were really. And I think at the break you actually saw not only Pep Guardiola frustrated, but David Moyes frustrated at the fact that West Ham hadn't taken advantage of Manchester City. Now you saw the omission due to injury of Kevin De Bruyne. Edison was also out in this game, and I think Kevin De Bruyne, whenever he's not in this side, City do lack a little bit of creativity, a little bit of ingenuity, and Julian Alvarez almost took on that free role, which I thought he actually did okay to start with, but I thought he teared off a little bit, and West Ham were able to get his number a little bit, and that's why on the player ratings we only gave him a 5 out of 10, but overall City managed to break the deadlock. And who'd have thought it when you're discussing Manchester City not being at the races and they're still winning at home 3-0. I mean, what a scenario to be in. You've seen Arsenal falter lately, but still Manchester City's rearguard when it comes to the defensive displays are top notch, and they're still able, even without their better creative player, able to curate chances. Maybe not at will like you do with Kevin De Bruyne on the pitch, but they're still able to curate chances. They're still able to score 3 goals in a match. And there weren't many standouts when it came to the player ratings in this game, I do have to say. But once again, I thought Jack Grealish put on that Jack Grealish performance, which we've seen a number of times this season, where he takes the game by the scruff of the neck. And he was the star man for me and a lot of the other City writers in this game. Erling Haaland has smashed the record, as we all know, which is absolutely fabulous. He received a Guard of Honour at the Etihad in a record-breaking evening, which he netted his 35th goal of the season. And I guess when you're looking at it overall, it was cruise control. It was one of the harder cruise control games that Man City have had, and the opposition did put a little bit of strain on the citizens, and it became difficult in that first half to break them down. But I don't ever think City were in trouble. I didn't ever think to myself City weren't going to score. I always thought it was coming at some point, but there was a massive release when Riyad Mahrez put the ball in, and Nathan Ake finished the first one off. And I think it was great as well toward the back end of the game that Phil Foden got on the score sheet. I think that is prevalent. I think, wingers and strikers coming into form at this stage of the season is huge. Everyone, Leeds United on Saturday, is there going to be more rotation with Real Madrid coming up 3 days later? I think there has to be. Obviously, Kevin De Bruyne is an interesting one when it comes to his injury. What are City just going to wrap him in cotton wool until the Real Madrid game? Who knows how severe it's going to be going into next week. But overall, I think tonight has to be circulated around Erling Haaland and his record-breaking feat this season. 35 goals, everybody. What an unbelievable player. What an unbelievable talent Man City have on their hands. He's so young still. And did anybody really expect him not to get on the score sheet tonight? It's inevitable, and to have a striker like that at your disposal is just, it's unique. I don't think there's any other striker like him in world football. Well, there's not. So to be witnessing what he's doing week in, week out, proving doubters wrong, proving haters wrong who don't support Manchester City. Everybody who knows Manchester City knows what Erling Haaland provides, what he brings, not only when it comes to goal scoring, but his overall general play, his build-up play. Everything is involved in his positive attitude. To Man City, he's a pure credit, and it's been an absolute pleasure watching him this season. And let's hope we can see him linking up with Riyad Mahrez, Jack Grealish, Bernardo Silva for years and years to come, because it has been a real pleasure so far. So yeah, a cruise control win for Manchester City, 3-0 winners over West Ham United, something to savour. Obviously, Arsenal went top of the table. City have reclaimed it with relative ease, and Leeds United at the weekend, you'd be looking at a win for that one for City. I think it's pretty likely, to be quite honest with you. But rotation, you would expect as well. Let us know who you would rotate. Would you play Haaland? Would you play Bernardo Silva? Or would you be looking at rotating some of the key men? Jack Grealish is another one. Let us know in the comment section below, City fans. Cheers.